formation of gangsters and gangs can be traced back to the 18th Amendment, which put prohibition into effect. It provided an excuse for criminal activity as well as the means of making money through the manipulation of the poor and the rich. Gangsters illegally organized bootlegging, speakeasies, corrupted law enforcement agencies, and fought for control of the crime market.
That's my road. Take it, Miss Johnson, take it.
This joint is jumping.
Yeah.
It's really jumping.
I know it.
Come in, tax and take your hat. I mean, this joint is jumping.
Yeah.
Piano thumping, dancers are bumping. Every Moses on his toes. In fact, the joint is jumping.
Tell 'em about it.
Take your weapons at the door. Now be sure and pay your quarter.
That's it,
Burn your
quarter.
leather on the floor, boy, and grab anybody's daughter.
Except my daughter.
Rocking. The neighbors are knocking. We're all bummed till the wagon comes. I mean, this joint is jumping.
Turn it loose.
Give me the police!
Get your big feet binging, there's plenty in the kitchen. What is that? They just walked in. Just look at the way it's switching. Oh, mercy. Don't mind now, because I'm in power. I got bail to go to jail. I mean, this joint is jumping. Yeah. Oh, don't ever get your right name. No. Don't ever do that. I mean, this joint is jumping. Yeah.
Speakeasies were hidden sections of a restaurant or other establishment used to illegally sell alcoholic beverages during Prohibition. Some speakeasies were similar to today's clubs with singing and jazz performances. To enter a speakeasy, one would need to say a password to the door person so that the door person would know whether or not they were really secret agents. Loan sharking was often done by gangsters and gang leaders. It was the act of lending large amounts of money to clients and then demanding repayment and outrageous amounts in interest.
Mr. Capone, thank you for allowing us to speak with you today. Can you tell us about your childhood?
I was born on January 17, 1899, in Brooklyn, New York, to Italian immigrants Gabriel and Teresina Capone. We didn't have much growing up, but my parents worked their hardest to make ends meet.
So how did you begin your life of crime?
When I was 14, I dropped out of school after fighting with a teacher and joined the 40 Thieves Juniors and the Brooklyn Reapers. Then for a couple years, I did a few odd jobs before meeting Johnny Torrio. I worked for Johnny for a few years and we were like brothers. He moved to Chicago and I followed him a few years later.
How did gang life change when Prohibition was enacted?
Gangs were prevalent in Chicago and other big cities, but not nearly as prominent as they were after Prohibition. Not having alcohol gave the people a reason to support gang life, so gangs thrived.
What led you to bootlegging alcohol?
After Prohibition was enacted, all anyone ever wanted was to drink, so I simply gave them what they wanted. I continued working for Johnny in Chicago. Johnny recognized I knew what I was doing, and when he was shot in 1925, he moved out of Chicago and left the business to me.
How did you get the nickname of Scarface?
I made a few indecent comments to the sister of Frank Galucio, and he slashed my cheeks with a switchblade knife. After that, I never missed with another beer cat again.
What made you different from the other gangsters of your time?
Johnny saw something in me. He said I had a talent for gang leadership, and my men are loyal to me.
Could you tell us what happened during Valentine's Day in 1929?
Sent out a couple of guys to murder Bugs, and got 7 of them, but Bugs lived. He got lucky by being late.
What happened after that?
Bugs' men all got shook. They left North Side. Bugs was gone, and his gang vanished. I talked North Side, and I own Chicago now.
I heard that riled up the government. Tell us what happened when they got involved.
They were into me and investigated my business. Even the FBI was involved, and that led to my conviction for income tax evasion in 1931. I was sentenced to prison for 11 years with a fine of $50,000 and court costs, and was ordered to pay $215,000 plus interest due on back taxes.
You didn't stay in prison for long, did you?
Of course not. I paid all my fines and taxes. I got out on November 16, 1939, having served 7 years and a half in prison.
Did you go back to Chicago to get back in control?
No, that was it for me. I retired in Palm Island, Florida.
Thank you, Mr. Capone.
La 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 la.